Hi, neighbor. Welcome to day 4 of our birthday celebration for Anchors of Encouragement. My name is Tim Maudlin, husband, adoptive parent, Bible class teacher, and ambassador of encouragement. This bonus series began in episode 80. In that episode, I shared with you 10 of the more popular episodes from the past year. In episode 81, we talked about the mantra for this podcast, Biblical Mindset Support for Adoptive Parents. In episode 82, we talked about how you can support yourself through journaling. Today, I want to share with you 3 reasons why your voice matters. I'll do that by first sharing reviews left for this podcast by listeners like you. Candy writes, Tim is a true storyteller. Listening to Tim tell his story is both educational and inspirational. You can tell how much he cares just by listening to his stories and advice. With his faith and his experiences, he will help you through the storms of adoption trauma. Please give him a listen, and you'll hear what I mean. Chris writes, such a needed conversation. Tim hosts great conversations around adoption, hope, and healing. I have so many friends who will be encouraged by this. Thank you for bringing hope to a very tough topic. And finally, Sasha writes, this is so helpful. As an adoptive mom, I'm so grateful to have found Tim and everything he shares. I, of course, obtained adoption education before adoption and since. But sometimes we wonder if we're truly doing best for our kiddos with complex needs. So grateful to have found this podcast. These are a sampling of the reviews this show has received. These reviews are priceless. I read every one of them. Now let's consider 3 reasons why your voice matters. The first reason your voice matters for this show is because it encourages me to keep producing this podcast. It shows me there are actually people out there listening. Most of this podcast is recorded in a converted bedroom with just me and my microphone and my dog sitting behind me. At times it can be very lonely. But when I hear from you and I hear these reviews, I know this podcast is reaching someone. The second reason your voice matters is because it gives me ideas for what I should talk about. I have a pretty good idea what I should talk about based upon my own personal story and the struggles we went through with adoption trauma. I've also chatted with individual adoptive parents, and I've asked them what they need to hear on this podcast. But again, when I read your reviews, they help me understand the message that you need and want to hear. The third and final reason your voice matters to this podcast is when you leave a review. It tells platforms like Apple that there's a podcast out there speaking to adoptive parents. The more reviews this podcast receives, the more people it will reach. Let's get to your daily doable. If you have not done so yet, I would encourage you to leave a review for this show. In the show notes, I will put a link to a very short video I created that shows you how easy it is to leave a review. If you're new to the show, a great way to get familiar with it is to listen to the trailer. I'll include a link to that in the show notes as well. And then in episode 80, one of these bonus birthday episodes, I shared with you 10 of the more popular episodes from this past year. I'll include a link to that episode in the show notes too. That's all for this episode. I want to thank you for helping me celebrate the birthday of this podcast, and I hope this has encouraged you to share your voice for the show, because your voice matters. Until next time, this is Tim, encouraging you to do what you can now.